raided by the military in September 2017, and you were not seen in public again until October 2018 when you showed up in Israel. How did your life change in that 1 year when you were, so to say, in the wilderness?
Introspection, after which more recuperation, introspection, and determination. That's how I look at it. I was, of course, in a scenario of very life-threatening injuries. It took me time to recover, and also I had time to think this whole thing through about the influence of those Igbo men and women that wanted me dead. Is it worth fighting for? When the people you're fighting for conspired with our mortal enemies to have me killed. Are you sure that these people are the ones that you ought to be fighting for? Then I remember the dead, the wounded, and the dying, the families they left behind, why they died, and the promise that God made to me when He said, they will kill you, you will kill them, but eventually Biafra will come. So I took solace in that, and that sustained me throughout.
Now, there was this issue of you, nobody knowing where you were, and your lawyer saying to the government, we want you to produce Nnamdi Kanu. Were you in touch with your lawyer?
No, I wasn't. As I said, I was injured. I sustained life-threatening injuries. The Nigerian government, in collaboration with Ohaneze, Dave Umahi, Okezi Azro, Obiano, Okoro Awosan, and a few others, promised out in Lagos and Abuja. Igbo men that you call your leaders conspired with the Fulanis to kill me. They came to my house to kill me, and they killed 18 men in the process, and my cousin and my dog in the process. Given that we are black people, we were not sufficiently moved by that very injustice. The Yoruba media once again shifted the narrative that Nnamdi Kanu ran away, is no longer around. And after a while, that is why I hate them with a passion. After a while, some of you kidding, and after that the Fulefus joined in the mockery of somebody that the state brought aircraft, rubber gunships, a battalion, they emptied on Afia and Enugu to come and kill me. Some of you joined those that don't want you to live to make caricature of something as heinous as that. Now you understand why they call me Supreme Leader and Lord and Savior, so that those people can even get angrier when they think about their treachery. Have you ever considered what would have happened had they succeeded? By now the Fulanis would be in your village massacre. We are the only ones stopping them. Only IPOB stopping them.
Now, as a parent, you mentioned the people that died. As a parent of a 12-year-old soccer player, I do take other kids of that age to go to play games. And sometimes when they lose, I know the weight of talking to them and dealing with that. I wonder, you as a leader of IPOB, and you have people who you lead and sometimes they die. What did that do to you? Do you feel the weight of people who you are the commander?
The pain is, the loss is incalculable. The pain sometimes unbearable. But the only consolation I get is that it's a fuel. It drives me. It's the anger that I need, the righteous anger that I need to keep pushing. That is why I cannot afford to disappoint those families. IPOB cannot afford to fail. It's impossible. We've lost so many. The only way I can look those parents in the eye when I go back to Biafran is to say that your husband, your wife, your children, this is what they died for, is Biafra, we've gotten it. Does anyone have peace with me? I have no peace. I rarely sleep. I agonize and I worry. And that is how we keep going. Sometimes I wonder, why is it not me? Why did I not die?
Do you know how many people that died in this struggle?
A lot.
Do we have names?
We have names. Yeah, of course, the UN, they have all this.
But can you say this is the number of boys, men, women?
We've lost about 1,000 to 2,300 people.
Now, those other three people that were being tried with you, where are they? What happened to them? What is the situation with their case?
No sensible judge will come to court to try IPOB cases. Is the judge drunk? What case do you have? The laws of Nigeria says I can agitate for Biafra. That's what their law says. I have the right to agitate for Biafra. Agitating for Biafra, calling for secession is not a crime in Nigeria. But the Yoruba media will make you believe that secession is a crime. Biafra is a crime. Rubbish. Ask them to show you in law where it is written. After my broadcast, I can't quite remember when, sometime in January, yes, about the futility and the stupidity of this very trial. The Internet has not been to court ever since. She comes and she adjourns the case.
So they are still in detention?
Of course, yes. No. They are out.
They are out.
They come, they adjourn the case. It's not been adjourned to October. What do you have to present? When the law says that it is not a crime to secede, not a crime to agitate, how can you be trying people for doing something that the law says they can do? Only in nature, of course. That's why the animals in the zoo.
Now, a lot of people acknowledge your sacrifice as service to the Biafran cause. You know, the fact that you suffered, you've been tortured, you went to jail. But people like Rafu Wike of myself, Ben Onwuka of Biafra Zionist movement, yes, have also been arrested and they've been tried. What do you think? How are you different from these characters?
I'm still here talking about Biafra. Where are those people?
Ben is still, I think it's in and out of jail.
Is he talking about Biafra now?
I mean, I don't know if he has the media.
You don't know. But you know I'm talking about Biafra.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're talking about Biafra. You know I'm talking about still talking about Biafra. That's the difference.
But do you think that they took sacrifice for Biafra?
Absolutely. Without shadow of a doubt.
Now, in April this year, Asare Dokubo released a video where he blasted you. That's how they said it. He said a lot of things about you, that you were lying to people, that you betrayed your people and betrayed him, and you sent over 100 people for him to fortify. He called you con man and that you are an ungrateful person. He said that there is a mole in your organization. His anger seemed to be that you said that he collected $10 million from the government, and that you were calling him big, that he has a big belly, and he's a coward or something like that. Some Biafran sympathizers think that is this style. What happened? First of all, let's get clear this. What happened between you and Asare Dokubo?
I don't know who did your research for you, but they got this one wrong.
No, I watched the video.
Have you heard me before?
No, that's what he said. I'm saying that I didn't hear you because I can't watch all the.
Then go back and ask him.
You have a lot of videos out there.
Go back and ask him if I ever called him on the phone to call him.
No, he said that you were saying that on your radio show. And I mentioned Luce too.
I'm coming. Have you gone back to any of my broadcasts and heard where I mentioned anybody's name?
No, I don't have that. So you're saying that it's wrong, but
absolutely.
But what is the relationship now?
You need to go and ask him. For me, IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra. So we are fighting for every Biafran, including those who are misguided, including those that may cast aspersions. And I don't come to accuse people without validity or proof. If I say you're a criminal, I'll tell the world what you stole, because I'm not a village dropout that will just come and mouth rubbish and disappear. And now, you said this to me, I said that to you. It's too childish. I don't engage in that nonsense. But what I say to people is this. Most of these people controlled by the northern Fulani leadership. cannot stop Biafra.
They can't.
They will try and try and try and try. They will never ever succeed. Biafra will come imminently. There will be war in the zoo and Biafra will come. Foreigners have brought the war to us. We need to engage them. Eventually you have to engage them. Forget, even some of those idiots in America hiding under their wife's wrapper, claiming nonsense. He's supreme leader, is all that rubbish. The fight will come to their villages.
So you think that there will be war?
Oh, there's war already. You're saying there will be.
No. I mean full-scale war.
Of course there will be. Obasanjo said it. Was it this one Obasanjo said it? There will be full-scale war. How do you stop and somebody with AK-47 in your compound? How do you get it with 50 heads of cattle? How do you get him out of your compound?
But by the way, what do you think about this policy, these ranches, this idea that they are proposing?
It's what you people deserve. Nigerians, that's what they deserve because they don't listen to warning. I said it in that's the time it has come. So I'm doing this to them.
No. We have to round up. On Sunday, you said something. I don't know if you were aware of it during the town hall. There was a question asked, and in your answer, you said something like that millions of suicide bombers bombing will take place in the north. Now, if the media had been there, they could flash the headline, and that it could go anywhere. Do you mean that? What do you mean? Explain.
So people think we are foolish. And that is a very good thing, actually. They are miscreants. I know I'm the great miscreant. The number one, the chief miscreant is me. They think we are foolish. We don't plan. We have no strategy. It's a very, very, very good thing. But we've gone very far now and we're unstoppable. If you want to know what will happen, then arrange to have me killed. Then you see what will happen. So picking up guns from the streets. So you think, as I am, 18 men died defending me to get me out of my house, and then you kill me, and they will keep quiet? Is that what, seriously speaking, is that what any sensible person, is that what you think? This same IPOB, hardcore, will keep quiet, and you take me and you kill me, and then everybody will go back and open their shops. Is that what you think? Oh dear, of course not.
One last question. At the beginning, I read this statement from Ojukwu about Nigeria being irreformable and not being an African necessity, questioning why we should sacrifice our existence. Yet, he participated in Nigerian politics at various points in his life. I want to know, what mistakes do you think people who fought for Biafra before made? And how are you going to avoid them?
They made use of what they had around them. Remember that the war wasn't planned. So there were bound to be pitfalls which they encountered and surmounted and held up for 3 years. Our leader, our supreme leader, as a matter of fact, came back from Ivory Coast on the false pretext of, getting what he was fighting for via a democratic means. They deceived him the same way they tried to deceive me. Oh, why don't you feel the candidate in Abia State or Imo State rather rubbish? I knew. That was why I said that we learned from the mistakes of the past. We can't. Once IPOB engages in party politics, that's the end of us. This was to go and join NCNC. This was to join CCCP. All that rubbish all over the place. I would collapse. I said, no, won't do it. So those are the mistakes I was talking about. Avoidable pitfalls. Those that advised our leader to come back knew what they were doing. They were working for foreign people. You didn't know that in MPN. They said, come and join MPN. And the day he declared for MPN was the end of our race. From that day to today, we've not recovered. And likely never to recover until Biafra comes. Simple as that. Because it was our icon, our symbol, our strength. We were raised believing that our Messiah will come back one day. Ojukwu and all the foreigners and Awusa will run away. He came back and he joined them. So people said, oh, the same people were being told should be avoided If our leader can go to them and cut a deal, so can everybody. From that day, this stampede to Ibrahim also started. And it hasn't stopped till today. Those are the dangers. And I will not fall into it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for a nice conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you.